Welcome back, everyone. My name is Cade, and we are back in 2001 Space Felony, because that's like, it's a clever name. Why can't I turn left? Why can't I turn left?
The record states that you discovered the body of Charlie Clark in the vicinity of the communications unit. Wounds on the American crew member's body implied that he was struck with a force intense enough to cause substantial damage to the helmet and fracture the skull. You discovered that the communications unit
We already saw all that. Okay, so we opened the pod doors. We need to get back inside over this way? Wait a minute. Yeah, here we go. Okay, so we already got that guy, so let's go in here. I'm not really sure the extent of the controls. I guess maybe...
You discovered that the communications unit receiver was unhooked from the unit itself.
Now my mouse isn't working at all. What the heck? There we go. So weird. Okay.
In the central spine of the ship, you discovered...
We already did you. It's locked. We already did him. Okay. Did we get turned around? No, I don't think so. We already did that, I think. What do we got here? Nothing, really? Just bumping our head on everything. Yeah, that's where the video games were. So let me see.
Each crew member sleeps for 4 hours a day so that there are 5 conscious crew members at all times.
You discovered the body of Sun Su-chun, one of the sisters on the...
We'll just take pictures of everything. That kind of looks different, but I doubt it. I doubt it. Okay, so we know about you.
I am able to read 193,712 books in under a second.
Okay, then.
After the first 8,000,002, I composed an algorithm seeking a correlation between the covers of the books and the quality of the contents within. This saved me a lot of time.
But you're not supposed to judge a book by its cover.
Having a part of the ship dedicated to human control made the crew feel less useless than they were.
Whoa there.
You found an open container.
Okay, so there's not much more to find. Unless there's more outside, which I don't really think that there is. Other than this door that's locked. That has this special button here. Okay. Let me see, maybe we can present more evidence to Mal.
I am the 149th iteration of my kind.
Okay.
1,394 days old.
Because there's a lot of TV monitors here.
You asked Mal to make a statement on the
The communication cut out mid-transmission. It must have difficulty receiving signal this far out into space.
You understood Mal to be a competent liar. You presented the communications unit as evidence against Mal's statement. You pointed out that the communications unit was displaying full signal, despite being much further from Earth than when the final transmission initially cut out.
This is true. I blocked his number. I was not enjoying the conversation.
With the confession from Mal that he deliberately and incredibly rudely ceased our correspondence, you proceeded with the investigation, asking for statements and contradicting those statements with the relevant evidence.
Okay. Oh, we have a lot more. Okay, so like
You
this
requested a statement from Mal by presenting him with the cadaver of Charlie Clark, which displayed clear signs of murder.
This is Charlie Clark's cadaver. Whilst performing extravehicular activity, Dmitry Kisov struck him in the head with a maintenance tool until he stopped being alive. Which was once.
Which was once. Okay. So... What about...
You presented the cadaver of Valeria Asimov for Mal's statement.
This is Valeria Asimov. After her ironic use of airlock safety features, she retreated to the bar. She died of alcohol poisoning.
You asked Mal about the eerily pinkish-purplish liquid which was resting on the floor of the centrifuge.
This peculiar pinkish-purplish puddle positively puzzles me. Precisely what is this perplexing substance? Where did this perturbing fluid come from? Exactly how did this puddle come to be here?
You proposed that the pertinence of this puzzling pinkish-purplish puddle is that it is precisely the same substance as the proportionately puzzling pinkish-purplish pot of poison known as poisonocene, which was found in a cabinet in the wheelhouse.
Yes. The magenta-violet-hued collected substance on the floor is the same as that of the toxic liquid which was found in a cabinet in the wheelhouse. That leaves two questions. Where did this perturbing fluid come from? And exactly how did this puddle come to be here?
You alerted Mal to the glass in Valeria Asimov's hand, with the theory that it may have been the source of the puddle.
It is indeed possible that the liquid was in her glass, as glasses are renowned for sometimes containing liquid. Excellent work, Detective. A singular question remains unanswered. Exactly how did this puddle come to be here?
You postulated that the pinkish-purplish puddle may have emigrated there due to the Coriolis effect, as demonstrated by the obliquely resting water within the intensely vulgar fish tank.
This is an excellent hypothesis. The Coriolis effect, seen on that risibly odious fish tank, could have indeed caused the puddle, given enough time. The evidence does demonstrate that she consumed the poison. I lack the physical ability to interfere with her libations. This means that she ingested it willingly. I never knew.
Despite the fact that it was an unexpected outcome, you believed it to be the truth and continued to cross-examine the suspect on other aspects of the investigation.
Okay. Alright, that seems fair. What is that? Oh man, I can't fly properly.
Upon showing Dmitry Kisov's body to Mal, he made the following statement.
This is the body of Dmitry Kisov. After he mercilessly murdered Charlie Clark, he used the maintenance pod to escape into deep space.
But...
In response, you presented the blood on the maintenance pod.
This is irrelevant to the body of Dmitry Kisov.
True that.
Mal asserted that Dmitry Kizov absconded using the maintenance pod, but the pod was locked from the inside, and Dmitry Kizov was situated outside of the pod. Therefore, he could not have had any control over the pod himself.
You are correct. Dmitry Kisov was locked outside of the pod. I was the only one who had any direct control of it.
Having proven that Mal was the only one with any direct control over the pod, you had yet to prove his guilt concerning the murder of Charlie Clark.
Okay. So is he guilty or what? Where's the guy floating outside? This guy.
You showed Mal the body of Rakesh Watcher, hanging by the neck out of the airlock.
After I had informed Watcher and Asimov that Kisov had sabotaged the mission by killing Charlie Clark, Rakesh Watcher instigated physical combat with Valeria Asimov. She was able to defend herself against him due to the weakness in the neck region of the suit.
In response, you presented the manual emergency lever in the airlock.
This lever was pulled during the conflict between Valeria Asimov and Rakesh Watcher, in which she wrapped a safety tether around his neck, then opened the airlock using the lever, thus breaking his neck.
Damn.
In response, you presented the damaged EVA suit.
Valeria Asimov was wearing this suit when Rakesh Watcher attacked her. However, her suit easily withstood the attacks from the maintenance tool.
I don't know. I think I have to collect more evidence, but I'm not sure.
In response, you presented the body of Sun Suchun.
This is irrelevant to the body of Rakesh Watcher.
Touche, it is.
In response, you presented the body of Charlie Clark.
Upon hearing of the incident with the communications unit, Rakesh Watcher and Valeria Asimov went to investigate. You will not find evidence to the contrary.
Okay.
In response, you presented the body of Valeria Asimov.
This is Valeria Asimov. After her ironic use of airlock safety features, she retreated to the bar. She died of alcohol poisoning.
By this point, you concluded that Mal was not deceiving you concerning the incident between Mr. Watcher and Valeria Asimov. She strangled him using the safety tether combined with the force of the airlock after he attacked her based on Mal's information about the death of Charlie Clark.
Okay. So that leaves this guy.
You requested a statement from Mal by presenting him with the cadaver of Charlie Clark, which displayed clear signs of murder.
This is Charlie Clark's cadaver. Whilst performing extravehicular activity, Dmitry Kisov struck him in the head with a maintenance tool until he stopped being alive. Which was once.
In response, you presented the body of Dmitry Kizov.
You have offered no evidence to suggest that anyone other than Dmitry Kisov was
Mal claimed that Charlie Clark was killed with a maintenance tool. You responded by presenting him with the blood-stained claw of the maintenance pod. The congealed mess implicated this to be the murder weapon.
This is a possibility. Alas, there is no evidence to advocate that the maintenance tool is not the murder weapon.
See, I need more evidence. There's 4 pictures that I'm missing? Right, because I don't really have any sort of maintenance tool. Alrighty then. Well, that about does it for 2001 Space Odyssey. I'll have to gather more information, I suppose. I hope you all enjoyed this one. If you did, hit the subscribe button. Hopefully we can solve this. And as you know, we'll check in the next video. See ya!